Hi. The photograph that I've edited in is of Chichester Canal in West Sussex. We walked along it, my wife and I, last Saturday should I say, on the 14th of June. As you come down this canal and cross over a bridge, you get a lovely view across the meadow to Chichester Cathedral. I will do that at some stage. I'm doing this in acrylic. I'll probably have to do it in two parts, but I'm working from the computer and the photograph. I haven't had time to get any put it on a memory stick, so I won't draw it. It's going to be an impression. I've got my stay wet palette, which I took to a camping holiday in our trailer, and I didn't use it, but the paint's been dotted out on here before I went in the stay wet palette. They haven't come to too much grief, so I'll put in a sky, a bit of ultramarine, load of white. I'm painting straight on onto the Fabriano 130 £, weight, which I normally use for line and wash watercolour demonstrations, wet in wet. It's a very good paper for that. So I'll use a bit of varnish, acrylic varnish in with that mix to make it nice and sloppy, so it spreads, and we get a coating on the paper, a bit of a seal. And as we come down to the horizon, we can add a bit of light. There's a bit of distance on this. When you do clouds, they're not white, they contain quite a lot of colour. And I like to mix a bit of ochre and that's a bit strong, and a bit of light red in. But whatever you put on, you're going to change, so don't worry too much at this stage. This is just a laying in, just covering the canvas, killing the canvas. And then we've got a bit of a background. It's a bit too crimsony, so this is the distance going in, looking north. Chichester Harbour is a name for a lot of waterways, and this canal probably was the one that the Romans used when they colonised and established Chichester. If you didn't know, all the cities in Britain that end in Chester, Winchester, Colchester, Chichester, etc., were Roman settlements. And now we've got a lot of foliage in this, so let's put in some bit of black. My brushes have been screwed up in a plastic bag all week. So we just put in some green across here. Now we've got quite a dark background against which to counterchange the light grasses and meadow stuff. I use a bit of red in that, so we'll just come across here. A bit of a tree there. So my brushes are not going to be well behaved. The canal is in two halves. It goes down to a bridge, a couple of miles, and is navigable with smaller boats and small barges. Then it stops and starts again. It ends up at a place called Chichester Marina, which is a very fashionable yachting place now. quite silhouetted. Although the sun was behind, there's a lot of contrast on the photograph here. So put in some thick paint. Yellow, lemon yellow, black and a bit of burnt sienna. So we've got okay, there's a bank coming, the river's coming down, or river, canal. I don't know if it's salt water or what, whether it's a brackish mixture of salt and fresh water, don't know. Let's put some lighter stuff in there. Back with the dark in here. I love camping, or we don't rough it or anything like that. We take fridge and television and all the stuff that you'd have in a caravan, except the warmth maybe at night. It gets a bit cold, but we can always put a heater on. Now we've got all this. Let's put this dark in here. Get some red in there, the sienna, to counterchange the yellows and greens against. Don't be frightened of the darks, because you can go over, you've got to put dark in to get light, otherwise you won't have the contrast. Right, let's change the brush. Have a swig of tea. Can't be without my cup of tea. I was asked by a subscriber what tea I used. It's from Texas. I'm sorry to have to tell him that it was just ordinary supermarket tea, red label from Sainsbury's. And I don't get paid from Sainsbury's for saying that. So we'll put in some nice grasses across the middle here. I would think burnt umber would be a very good colour for that. It is actually. But have I got any burnt umber handy? Yes, I have. I've got to stock up on some colours, mainly black and burnt umber. I tend to buy large tubes of it. The more you buy, the cheaper it is. Right, now white and a bit of burnt umber. Mix a bit of ochre in with that. So that's a good colour. I'm trying not to overcomplicate this. Now there's a very light bit of the bank coming here. If you see light, put it in. See dark, put it in, and then connect up the dots. And then we've got a nice bit of lights, greens and stuff here. Okay, put in some green now, some light green, so a bit of white in with that. This is the bank, so I'll do some reflections in the water because it was quite still. Nice lights here. Just catching the light. Now just dragging over this. I haven't finished the sky yet, but I want to get this to a certain stage of readiness. And this is where I'm going with the darker greens now. So to establish the bank and the grass behind, and all the undulations in in the surface of the land. Getting bigger as it comes towards you. Now I can put a bit of shadow in there. I can use a bit of light red, blue shadow colours. Just warm it up a little bit with that red. Well, no, not. Gives a good dark. I've mixed a bit of alizarin, a bit of ultramarine, a bit of light red, just to give a really good dark. This is coming down here. So there's very little light in that area there. There are lots of lily pads, hundreds of damselflies. There's sort of lovely, beautiful dragonflies. That tree is much higher than that. Excuse me. It's a bit dark back in here. But a lovely time. We had fabulous weather. Just got better and better and better until Sunday, which was overcast, but mild, very mild. We did our walking along another part of the Chichester Harbour area towards a place called Chidham, where we managed to buy some lovely duck eggs and chicken's eggs. Very nice. I had a couple this morning boiled. Okay. Let's go back to the sky now and find a sky brush. I've probably used it. Right, let's put in the light horizon. Put some light back in there. Nice clouds, not white, a lot of white in them. I'm using a heavier white paint. There's a good art shop in Chichester. I can't resist buying paints any more than you can. And I bought a big pot of Galleria Acrylic, Winsor & Newton, titanium white, 500 millilitres. Expensive, but whenever you go in it's always gone up. But I usually use this big pot with twice as much in it for probably half as much, but it's a thinner acrylic paint, but they're both very good. I can't complain. Art materials. I usually cut my ultramarine black with a bit of alizarin crimson. It just takes the sting out of the blue, but I want it all very faint because it was a very bright, lovely day. There's no dark in the clouds, just blue, lovely blue. And then we got a bus back to Chichester, where we availed ourselves of the hospitality of Wetherspoons. Right, let's get that bit across there. Now I can reinstate everything, so it's just the underpainting. Trying to get a lot of colour, light colour in the sky. Very, very faint, but very lovely. So, right, let's put some bigger clouds in there now. Yellow ochre, bit of light red, just a touch. That's about what it was. I'm trying to pretend that I haven't seen the photograph, but I'm going to edit it in the first video, and the second one probably, and at the end. It all takes time, but I think it's worth it now and again. Now that hills are just a bit too pronounced there. Let's just put that. That's better. Okay, well we'll put that colour in the water now. Right, lovely, lovely blue again in the water. Same colour as the sky. I just picked up some nut there. Just put that in. And we'll just reflect the cloud in there. Okay, now we've got that bank reflected in there. These nice darks, lights. And I'll just put those in where I can see them. I never paint on the spot. I can't be bothered. There's a lot of people like it, but even the Impressionists, they went back to the studio and did a lot of their work. It wasn't all done outside. And they helped each other with their paintings. Right, look at that nice light across there. Just some light back in there. Get that burnt umber again. Use a lot of white. And that was really light there, so I do like working in acrylic because it dries quickly. It's not messy, it's always messy, but it's not toxic. And lovely that it dries so nice and quickly. So I'm softening it. Whoops! I'm trying to soften it all now. Now let's get these nice greens. I'm determined to persevere with a bit of phthalo blue or Prussian blue if I can find it, Windsor blue, because I'm watching other demonstrators. I don't think there's any in this one. That's hard. I have got some somewhere else, but if I open this too far I'm going to wrap the tripod. Well, maybe we'll save that for tomorrow, for the demo tomorrow. I'll just do a little bit more in the water, and we go back over those trees there. Right, so we'll put these big trees. I really need to get those trees in because they provide this lovely reflection. So. Well, that's a brown, black, lemon yellow. Let's get that in. happy with that brush, with that splitting. But by the time I put some branches in, now the dark in there, I'll use a bit of red and blue, bit of alizarin, establish this dark around here, rather than pure black. Now this tree's come around over the top of that. Then that gives me something to counter change the light against. And then we'll just bring this. Well, I can detail this as I go, as I add more colour. Because all the lily pads in here. But you need the dark in the water to counter change against the light. And this shows the shape of the bank. Get that around in there. Right, a bit of light, a bit of dark in there. Right, okay, that's all I'm going to do on that today. I'll finish it tomorrow, by which time I hope to track down a bit of Windsor blue, Prussian blue, phthalo blue, and used sparingly. It makes very nice greens, but the danger is of course putting too much in the mix, and it's such a strong colour, it's like red, alizarin, once you use it, it gets in everything. So thanks for watching part 1. Bye bye.